NBA 2K23. We're around that time of the year where we're starting to get a whole lot of news about the upcoming game, blogs even about the upcoming game, trailers, gameplay, all different type of things. And in the past couple of weeks, we've already started to get huge reveals. Wang has started to tweet, and about the stuff that we know about a lot about the gameplay, and a lot of the gameplay that we know, it's not just refresh, revamped. There's a lot of new content within a certain gameplay and certain things that we can do. There's even a new build system for current gen. There's a whole new badge system for next gen. What did this mean for the demo / prelude or whatever we gonna get? If we even gonna get anything. Will we get anything? Now, when it comes to the prelude in the past, how they've done it since pretty much, I think 2K16 or 17 is when they first started giving us demos. I believe it may have been 17. Well, not demos, but preludes, where we go into the game and we pretty much be able to make a build and we can test the build. They got the 2KU within the thing where people can test dribble moves and jump shots and stuff like that. And pretty much we've got that every single year since like 2K17. Maybe we didn't get it on 18, maybe they skipped a year, but pretty much we got that all the way until like 2K21 current gen. And that was pretty much how we could kind of tell how the gameplay was going to be. We could kind of tell how the build system was going to be. This was going to be allowing us to really figure out a lot of stuff, help 2K do a lot of things that they kind of need to do. Now, they kind of stopped doing this when next gen came out for 2K21. Now, that's not really a big deal because next gen dropped the day next gen consoles dropped. So it was kind of hard to have a demo for a console that no one had until the game came out. So that's understandable. But when it came to NBA 2K22, we got nothing for current gen, we got nothing for next gen. And even on NBA 2K22, we had new pie charts. For NBA 2K22 next gen, the build system was the same, but at the same time, it was entirely different and revamped and refreshed and made a lot better. A lot better. But we actually have a higher chance of getting a demo or prelude this year because last year when it came to current gen, in comparison to 2K20 to 2K21, yeah, we still had pie charts, but those said pie charts were, some were nerfed, some were buffed, and we got new pie charts. This year we pretty much got new pie charts, but the pie charts from 2K21 that we already had were pretty much the exact same thing on 2K20. It's just the gameplay was different, so more people was able to use those pie charts, but those pie charts were still good in that game. People just only use play shots. Now, it's still people that only pretty much use play shots in 2K22, but since the shooting was so much easier, it was kind of less. So, yeah, but this year, with current gen now getting the next gen build system, you could probably guess that they might be able to get a prelude. So, I don't know if y'all on current gen even know how well developed the next gen build system is, but like, if y'all would have just got a demo, like if y'all would have been able to play maybe pie charts 221 next gen build system, maybe it wouldn't be that crazy because the 21 build system was diverse, but at the same time, you could just make a power forward, 6'7" power forward on there, and you could have knew that. That probably wouldn't have even been a big deal that year if we actually had prelude. But like I said, it came out whenever the next gen consoles came out, so that wasn't that big of a deal. But even if y'all would have had to jump from current gen, never touch 21 next gen, and go straight to 22 next gen, it would have been a big deal. But the fact that we've now seen from 2K21 next gen to 2K22 next gen how big of a difference the builds and like diversity and how complex the build system actually is, you can only imagine how big of a difference it's gonna be on 2K23 next gen. And the people that's dealt with pie charts for 3 straight years pretty much, having to go from that to this, that's gonna be very interesting for y'all. I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna be very interesting for y'all to see how y'all deal with that. So I could honestly see 2K trying to make it a little easier for y'all and giving y'all a prelude, because usually when they do drop a new build system, besides next gen, when they dropped it the same day as the consoles, they've pretty much given us a demo, a prelude to be able to test the builder and stuff like that. So yeah, that could be a possibility for current gen. But when it comes to next gen, they pretty much, apparently they're still gonna be very similar to how it was, but there's a whole new badge system. And if you remember how 2K21 badge system was, it was different from 2K22, but they might have gotten rid of altogether how Hall of Fame, gold, silver, and bronze badges work completely. They kind of could have possibly be going back to kind of how you would have a select amount of badge that can get to Hall of Fame, or select badges that can get to gold, a select badges that can get to silver, a select badges that can get to bronze, like it was on 2K19, if you remember how that went. But let's just go over how it works. So apparently you have one badge that certain builds you can possibly get that's like supposed to be like the highest tier, and then I believe you get, I don't know if it's tier 1 that you get 4 or it's tier 3 that you get 4, but I believe there's one tier, the worst tier, you get 8 of those badges. You get another tier that you can get 4 that can go above that, and you can get another 4 badges to go a tier above that. You have one badge that goes a tier above even that. So maybe they still have the bronze, silver, Hall of Fame, and gold. You just can only have those badges to those tiers. We'll see whenever the game comes out, but that could be a difference. But I don't know if they would feel like they would need to drop a prelude about that, but maybe that could be why they drop a prelude, so they can show us how that exactly works, because the way Wang was describing it, it seems very interesting. Now, let's talk about why we might not get one at all. One thing that y'all probably have noticed since 2K21, 2K14 to 2K21, it was a lot less people playing like the old gen of that game compared to now. We're 3 years into next gen and people are still like majority playing the old gen. So that's kind of a big difference. So we was getting those preloads and demos to pretty much help it. And even on 2K14, 2K15, I don't think we had one. I don't even think we had one on 16. We for sure had one on 17 though. So we could get one now because we are getting a brand new build system. But if we might not get one, it could be due to the fact that we have pretty much 2 different games that's going to be there for 2 different things. And they have confirmed there are going to be differences on next gen for the build system than there is current gen because of the badge system. The badge system alone. Now, apparently current gen system still is going to have the same takeover, but we don't know exactly if we're going to have the exact same takeover system even on next gen. So yeah, that's another thing. But yeah, that could be why we haven't been getting them, and that could be why we don't get one this year. Maybe they can give us one for current gen. There is definitely a possibility for current gen to get one because of the new build system. But if we weren't to get one, it would definitely be because like there's just a split on the games. It's just that simple. But I don't see why they wouldn't just give us a prelude demo for both games. You know what I'm saying? That would just make the most sense. Now, let's talk about why they wouldn't do it on next gen, because next gen is just not that big of a step of a whole new entire build system. It's just a new badge system, kind of like how it was last year where they balanced the build system altogether by just changing the badge system, pretty much the attribute system. Now maybe the attribute system is not as crazy of a change as last year, or the height, weight, wingspan doesn't make as big a difference on attributes, or the difference between 21 and 22 is not as big as it is going to be for 22 to 23. Just going to be the badges. So maybe we don't get one for next year. Now let's talk about why 2K wouldn't want a demo. Now when it comes to 2K not wanting a demo, you gotta understand this. When it comes to people testing in a demo, that people don't really spend VC in the demo really ever. What they do, they just test builds and just make as many builds. Apparently you only get like 5 builds per account, and you can test as many builds as you possibly can with those 5 builds. So that's kind of how that works, and people will be able to test their builds before they actually go, and a lot of people will make their videos. Now say for instance there's not a demo, a lot of people just gonna have to, a lot of people want to play the game first day, and a lot of people want to go to the park, a lot of people want to go to stage, wherever they're gonna play, they want to make their build go straight to. They don't want to be in the lab all day trying to figure out what they're gonna be making for the year. They want to go ahead and do that. Now the thing with that, a lot of people make bad builds doing that. Not even a lot. Majority of people make bad builds that first day just so they can play with their friends, whatever that's going to be. And then as days go by, certain things are exposed based on badges, based on animations, based on attributes. And then this build becomes that build becomes this. And now people are starting to remake builds based off what has been uploaded and stuff like that. So then people have to make those changes, and they have to buy VC, and that leads to 2K getting more money. So that can be a reason why 2K wouldn't want a demo. But let's be real, let's go over why 2K definitely should make a demo. We already went over that pretty much. There's a whole new build system. It needs to be tested. We don't want another issue where like on 2K21 next gen, where like the whole year 6'7" power forwards were easily the meta, and there was nothing really you could do to stop it. You could do everything on those builds. So yeah, we don't really want that again. And I know a lot of people that don't play next gen think that you can do everything on every build, but that's not really the case. It can be a case for some builds, but not really the case. And even on those builds, if you make like a different build, you're not gonna be nearly as good on that build at doing this particular thing. It's just that simple. But main thing about why 2K should want a demo when it comes to exploits, errors that are in the game, they can be kind of taken out by the time the game comes out. Because when it comes to people being in the 2KU, they find all these crazy drill moves, exploits, such as maybe the speed glitch on 2K21 and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a lot of things that can be found within the game that just shouldn't be in the game. Like on 2K18, I believe on 2K18 we didn't have one. Maybe snatchbacks and blowbacks could be found if we had one. I know we had a demo on 2K21 and they didn't find the speed glitch. But yeah, they can find all these different things that are in the game that shouldn't be in the game before. Now this can be build things. Like maybe this build is too overpowered, maybe this badge is too overpowered, maybe this takeover is too overpowered. It can be anything, and just have it fixed before the game comes out. That's kind of how a demo, prelude, a beta is supposed to work. It's supposed to be dropped before the game, and tested by the people that actually play the game, so the developers that made the game can take it out. That's just kind of how that's supposed to work. Now, I honestly do expect 2K to drop something. Now, I kind of think 2K could go the direction of dropping like the join challenges as a demo, where you can play maybe a couple of them, but not all, and it'll be a free game for the whole year. And if you want to be able to, like, a lot of people want to be able to like buy the game or buy more challenges, they can just buy the new challenges, or they want to buy the game, or maybe they have a create a legend thing where you can play that for free or something in 2K. I know free to play games are like things that people are trying to do. Like COD is supposed to be dropping 3 different free to play games in the coming year for MW2. So I can see 2K trying to do something with that. Maybe they bring back create a legend, or do something with Jordan challenges where they can make it VC within that, where people have to buy VC to do certain things. I can see 2K doing something wild like that. But hopefully 2K does give us a prelude, a demo where we can actually test the builds, test the dribbling, test the gameplay, just everything, because the game is just gonna be better if it's tested. Now, there has been times where the games have been tested and it kind of can mess up the game, but at the same time, bro, it just is something that just kind of needs to be done. But yeah, how do you guys feel about the NBA 2K23 prelude / demo, whatever we might get, if we even gonna get it? Do you guys think we're gonna get one? Do you guys think we should get one? Put that in the comments down below. But if you guys haven't already, like the video, subscribe if you're new, go ahead and do that. If everybody new to the channel, hit that sub button right now, I really would appreciate it. Comment down below to help the algorithm. Share this video to anybody you think will help. Turn on post notifications to be the first at every single one of the videos. But without further ado, man, it's your boy Fitz, man. And I have to be, man.